we're going to make the color wheel. I'm going to show you a couple of rows and how to overlay with colored pencil. You'll need the primary and secondary colors. Over here, we're going to do something with colors. We're going to deal with the intensity. Alright, the color I'm going to start with is yellow. On the outer ring of your color wheel, you have what's called the hue. The hue is the main color. When you color in colored pencil, you want to go in one direction, showing little to no lines. You want to get your marks nice and even. You go one direction and then the other. This is called cross-hatching, and in colored pencil we also call it overlaying, when you overlay one color on top of another. The hue is very bright in color. It's very intense. There are no colors mixed with it, and you want to press hard enough. Fill that in. You want to press hard enough that the color appears bright. The next thing is called a tint. A tint is made by very lightly hold your pencil toward the back, just like when we shaded with the graphite. Very lightly in two directions. And the white of the paper appears through the pencil, so it appears very light. That's how you make colored pencil light. The next one's called a tone. The tone is hue plus your complement. Hue plus your complement. Complementary colors are the colors across from each other on the color wheel. So I'm going to go in two directions. The complement to yellow is violet. I'm going to very lightly apply the violet, showing little to no lines. I'm going to go in the other direction, very, very lightly. It changes very fast. What a tone does is it kind of makes a color change. You don't want to see the complement. You want to go over top of it and press hard. When you press hard, it's also called burnishing. So we're overlaying, and then we're burnishing the final color. So your yellow, from bright to a tint to a tone. Now for shade, we need black. And we're going to use yellow. Black, very lightly. Now this one is going to be darker than your tone. Your shades all have black in them. Do not put the black so dark that you can't overlay the other color. You want to be able to see that color, even though it's dark. You still want to know it's a dark yellow. It's a shade of a yellow. Then this one here. Okay, now I'm going to do the orange. Same thing. One way. And the other. You see here it says orange. Make sure you're on the right color. Now, for sake of time, I want you to know that you can go down the whole thing lightly with a color. And then your tint is already made, your tone needs the complement, and your shade needs black. We always start with the color that you're working on first. The complement to orange is blue. Make sure you know your complements. Your primaries are yellow and violet, red and green, and blue has orange. So when you jump to the other side of the wheel, this blue's tone is then going to have orange in it. And this one has blue in it, but you don't want to see the blue. You want to see the orange change sort of becomes like a pumpkin spice color. And black. Orange. So at no time am I pressing so hard that it appears like that. You don't want your colored pencil to become that dark. If you want to burnish and press hard at the end, you can, once you have your color established, but you never press hard while you're overlaying and putting your colors on top of each other. Alright, now this one would be blue. Blue is a tint, blue plus orange, and then blue plus black. You can see this blue changes. It's not as bright anymore, it's less intense. Black. Here's your tint. And then going to be your hue. Now, when you get to the blue-green, you are going to have to combine your colors. You have to make your blue-green, and this does take a little bit more time. And when you add the complement, you have to combine your colors. Your complement is a cross, so blue-green's complement is red-orange. So what you do is you're going to overlay a cross-hatching blue, and then you're going to go to the green. I always do these intermediate / tertiary colors last because when you're done with this, overlapping these colors, you get your blue-greens and your red-violets and things like that, you want to see that it's in between a green and a blue. So if you have a green and blue finished, you can see that the color is right. And this is the tint, so you just do it very lightly. Leaving the white, so it looks like a tint. Alright, and so on and so on. Down here at the intensity scale, you're going to have the primaries on this side, so you got red, yellow, and blue in any order. And on this side, you're going to have the complement, which is green, violet, and orange. These here, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the complement on the inside, and color on the other side, other side. Alright, and you're just going to fill those in. For these, this right here is your hue. It's very bright. It's not mixed, so we're going to go one way then the other. And then over here, you have your green. I'm going to give this one example, but you're going to fill in the rest of these the same way. Now you're going to use your complement. For the green, you're going to lay the green, overlay one way, then the other. And then his complement. Do not press hard. Nice soft marks, no lines. And then you finish with the green. So you can see the green change, it becomes toned down. Right, and this is going to match your tone here. The red, you do the opposite. You go red first, because you want it to look more like the red. And then some green. Oops. And you finish with red. So this one appears more red, that one appears more green, this one's going to be in between. So it's going to look like neither one of them. So you just go back and forth until it looks like it's somewhere between the two. Notice I'm not pressing hard. I'm overlaying colors. Almost going to appear black whenever you're mixing the complement. You get variations of grays, browns, and blacks. You get neutrals. What you're going to end up with is something that doesn't really look like either one. Looks like it belongs right in the middle there. Okay, so this is your intensity scale. And you just need to fill all of these in the way that we did here. Alright, these need to be finished. And then these are just no overlaying, just straight color, blue, orange, yellow, violet, and red and green.